Welcome everybody to this VOD review. We'll be going over why the Shock didn't do very well against the LA Glads, how they played their strategies, and maybe why they made a lot of roster swaps as the series went on. But I can't answer some things 100% because I don't know everything either, right? But we'll just try to guess a little bit. Sometimes you need that guesswork. So Glads is playing this comp where they have space on the Zarya, mirror on the Doom, and this is something they'll keep throughout the whole series. Where space is very good at Zarya, mirror is really good at Doomfist. Not a lot of you know mirror, but I've worked with him previously, and his Doom is one of the best because he has really good sense of timing and where he has to go. And then you've got OG, Bird Ring, right? Glad is a really good team right now if they can keep up motivation, right? And then you've got the Shock where they've got Architect in right now over Moth on the first map, Smurf and Choyobin for the tank line, and Ants and Striker for the DPS. And I'm gonna have to keep repeating their rosters because they swapped it up a lot. Mirror rank 3 in all regions, yeah, that was him. But yeah, so Mirror goes in very early. Let's talk about these comps first a little bit, right? Because the Shock comp and the Glads comp is kind of similar, where they both have, the Zarya to bubble someone, and on the Shock it's likely going to be Striker who can TP into backline, and on Glads it's Mirror. And I think if you can set up with the Doom is stronger in this situation, but it's going to be all up to Mirror, right? Who's going to get the armor packs and the Zarya bubbles to make space and make plays. So he's already going in early here, right? Not getting too much because Shock was playing very passive. And he's going to have to jump out. He went a little bit too early there. But I mean, it's the first map. Okay, OD comes in with the boop. And they're just getting a lot of space here. They've got all this space right now, which is very good for the Glads here so far. Good night. You'll rewatch the VOD? Okay, I'll probably put the VOD on YouTube. But good night, David. Thank you for hopping in. Oh. Mirror right clicks to the back line. Gets stunned. There's no Zarya bubble for him. Oh, there is now. But he's kind of stuck. He's overcommitted. Oh, he's screwed. Yeah. So Mirror ends up dying because he goes too deep. I like getting all this space. But then he goes really deep. He gets punished, right? But you see how hard it was to punish him? He had to make a severe misplay to actually get out there. Before you go, you have to get Kasora's dumb. That's why I made it a tier 3 sub. If anyone wants to call me dumb. You don't have to pay that though. That's a lot of money.
The objective is now active.
I can only call myself dumb now. Okay, let's see. So, Glads end up forcing point, but this is after Mirror's dead. I think if they would have done this before Mirror was dead, would have been really good, right? Because then they would have still had all that space. Birdring could have probably forced point, and Mirror could have went on them while they went out. Not worth, I agree. I'm leg day dumb, that kind of works. But yeah, they can't really force point while Mirror's dead. There's no way. Oh, that was nice from OG. He did a rotato. Gets blocked though. Oh, he's out. Dude. Glad still has all this space, and Violet's in Africa right now. Violet did not rotate. You always want the Brig and the Ana to play together. And they're already split as heck. I don't like this. Violet's just gonna die here because he's alone. He should not get out. My god, he's gonna get out. Please kill this man. Somebody. Oh, he got the health. Oh, no. OG got the health back. OG stole it. Nice. Now they all go and help him. Dude, it's already a Clown Fiesta from minute 1. Generally, I'm not too big a fan of this Shock comp. It's okay because your Reaper TP's in, right, and you give him the bubble, and he's kind of untouchable. But if Big Goose kind of sits on him, it's pretty hard. with a Reaper to just kill the backline, you know? And then the Kree can't do too much against Doom because he's gonna get bubbled. So either you want to commit to like a backline comp, I feel, or you want to commit to like, you know, diving. But they're doing neither right now, and it's showing. They're just losing fights to like Birdring and they're killing people. Even though they killed Mirror like second one, right? Like Shock should have won that fight really hard. Then Shock swaps to Tracer. Tracer's really good at pushing out Doomfist. It's Birdwing's task to like kind of contest him. They're well at high ground. This is good. Oh, he slept Mirror. Mirror is narcoleptic again. Nice sleep there. They have to bubble him. So this is very good for the Shock, right? Because he shoots bubble and Mirror's on low ground so they can walk out now. Give them a lot of space. Space created. Space created. I'm so funny. Because space is on Glads. So they rotate to point. Violet's on point here. I don't know if I like point too much though. Because this means that they can bubble Doom and he can like go in wherever you want on point. And also it's like a good boot point for OG. If they had a Mei on this comp, I would have liked going to point, right? Because you can wall off one of the entrances, freeze whoever goes on point. OG comes in. Mirror comes in second. Oh, Mirror doesn't get the bubble. So Mirror dives in without bubble, gets stunned. Why does he not get the bubble? Wait, so what are you doing? 2, 1. Okay, so he has bubble. What? He just misses it. And then he's out of LOS. So that was an error. Violet gets booped off the map though. This is what I was saying, right? About setting up on point against the ball. It's rough. If they would have just bubbled Mirror there too, it would have been even rougher. Bald comes in on point too. And then cleanup comes in from space with the grab. Toyobin doesn't have it yet. I feel like if you have the point as Zarya, it's like so easy to like keep that energy, right? Like Choyobin's been dying in these fights because the Shock's been losing fights. But Space has been alive all this time, so he's been at like 100 energy all this time. So it's very easy for him to farm grab faster, even though he doesn't have Orion to stand behind. And he has to play a lot safer, right? Okay. Space gets slept. Violet's like really aggressive with the sleeps. He's like aggressive as hell. But yeah. Shock walks up. Space is slept. Can't really do too much of it because he was very far. The graph comes out from Choi. Okay, now Super, so it should be a fight win. Yeah. But they had to use... Oh, they shouldn't have used Rally. That's a really bad rally from Architect. I feel like if they keep that, they can win the next fight with that. But now he used it. So they used Grav, Nano, and Rally to win that fight. Well, Shock didn't use anything. Not too bad for Shock there. Or, I mean, well, Glads didn't use anything. That's not too bad for Glads. I mean, I feel like it's like a mini game, right? If Ants can get the stun onto Mir when he's diving in, so if Shock can like burst the bubble for Mir before like he gets all his damage in and jumps out, then it's like really good, right? For Shock, because they can get a stun in. But if Mir can like go in and out constantly, that's very good for them. And I also like the Rhine swap. I feel like it's kind of awkward to play the ball on the retake, especially when the enemy Rhine is shatter, right? Now he can block it with his own Rhine. This is where they looked away. Yeah, this is where they looked away. So we'll go in depth of what happened here. They like messed up a replay, right? Yikes. That's okay. They have to do the online production now, so it's very hard. Mir goes to 1 HP. Gets healed up. Birdwing is like backcapping right now, so it's very good. Striker has to go and deal with Birdwing. They're 1v1ing right now. Birdwing backs out. Mirror goes in with the bubble, right? It's the mini game, what I've been talking about. But it like killed the shield, and now maybe they can get a stun on him. Oh, he goes in so deep because he is ult. Okay, that makes sense. And then Ants dies because Mirror went so deep on them. Oh, Birdwing bombs. Doesn't hit it, but oh my god, Violet's still alive. What is even happening right now? Mirror punches. Striker kills more. Dude, Striker killed the whole backline by himself and they're still not winning. And then they get the point slowly but surely. Violet goes to 1v1 Mirror. Is he gonna win? Oh, he killed him! Violet's a madman. It's a 1v1 now, but Birdwing wins it because he has more HP. Let's go back here. Dude, Striker killed a lot of people there. He's trying to carry it here. Or the Shock. How did the Shock even lose this fight? Mirror dives in. He gets the bubble and he ults. Choi kind of whiffs the bubble on who the Doomfist goes on. Because I think Striker gets it. Then, okay, so Smurf shattered. Got Big Goose. Gets a stick. I don't know if he needed to stick that. Maybe he could have just one-clipped him. But sure. I'd rather secure the kill, right? And he's on Shaz. Oh my god, he's missing shots. Okay, that's fine. Ooh. Takes him out eventually. Eventually. Everything is like looks worse in .25, right? So they're still up right now. Oh, so Choi dies now on point. That's rough. Okay. Violet misses the sleep. If he hit that sleep, he would have been a clutcher. But yeah. That's a really good fight for the Glads. Like, they took that retake, smashed it. Like, I can't help but feel like if you're the Shock, you have to get like perfect bubbles. Like, you have to get like perfect bubbles on the one that Mirror dives, right? While if you're the Glads, it's really easy to just bubble Mirror when he goes in. So I'm not too big of a fan. Unless you're playing this comp that Shock's playing with Mei. So you can like force stuff harder and like force the Rhine 1v1. Because then if Mirror jumps out, you can like punish the Rhine. You thought Birdwing is their player of the match. I thought he was good, yeah. But I think there's just a flaw in what Shock was. I don't know if Shock like had everything stratted out for every map that they played. Ooh. Dude, OG just goes in and pins Ants. That's very they didn't even nano didn't even nano Mirror like I thought they would. I guess they just nanoed OD for the heal. Yeah, the heal's really strong on nano. Dude, he just fucking pinned his ass, dude. That's funny. He gets counter pinned. Doesn't get slept though. And he killed. Oh, what? He whiffed the fire strike. Take him out. You got him. Oh. Nice block on the shatter there from Smurf. But again, if they're planning to play Rhine Zarya, isn't Super their Rhine player? I guess because they have 6 Korean players in, it makes more sense to play Smurf, since then they can talk Korean. But like, I don't know. Striker comes in, killing people. Oh, he stucks the Zarya shield instead of the Doom. That's very sad. Kill Doom. Yeah, they wanted to go all Korean for Ant. That makes sense. But like, I don't know. Ant's popped really hard on the Widow. His English. That makes sense. Okay. But yeah, I feel like Glad just like had the strat here, and then Chakra didn't really play their own game. They like played to counter Glad's strat, but I think if you're like playing to counter someone's strat instead of like playing your own strat, it's not as great.
Score.
Yeah, maybe they thought of playing ball in Ilias. That makes sense. But I mean, they didn't roll out ball. Oh, maybe they roll out ball here. Nope, they don't. But they're going. Okay, we're just gonna skip because I don't want to be debated by these comps. Wait, what happened? Oh, I did the wrong button. Anyway, it's fine. Just wait now.
5, 4, 3, 2.
So now they're on Ryan Orisa. I don't get why these teams aren't playing Diva at all. I think Diva's really strong. She still has 3-second booster in this too. Like, Diva's so good at like contesting without taking high ground, doing all that jazz, diving with Tracer even. Like, do you really need to protect your backline with Ryan Orisa when they're playing Widow Tracer? No, right? So why not play the Diva to like eat? Maybe just because Zarya eats up Diva really hard if she gets energy. Maybe they're scared of like a buffed up Zarya with energy that like counters the Diva too hard. Is why they're not playing it, guys. But in that situation, I just play the Orisa Sigma. That's also a really strong comp. I don't know. Okay, so Glad is really grouped out here. I think this is where Ans like pops everybody anyway. So these guys are God Widow. Boop. Boop. Yeah. That pick on Big Goose is like really massive.
The objective is now.
Like, what can you even say about that? Like, Lads wants to go in really hard because they obviously don't have like, they have the Widow, but they also have the Doom, right? So they need to like go in with a Doom bubble. And Striker's gonna like flank your ass too. Rough. Big Goose just got clapped.
Hi. Hello.
This guy's a turret, dude. He just sits somewhere and shoots, and he hits.
Hello there.
I'm taking damage.
Nano boost is charging. My ultimate is charging.
Is Ants the best Widow player in the Overwatch League right now? I think he's unproven, but maybe with like more experience under his belt, he could be. Dude, he almost flicked back onto Mirror there too. Then he gets Big Goose. He starts looking at the other guy. He's just turreting, dude. He's like looking at everybody at the same time. Kills Shaz. Fights one. But somehow Glad still win this match. Even though Ants has won them 2 fights in a row now, just getting picks. So Bird Ring. You gotta die, buddy. Okay, he does die. We'll see at the All-Star match, maybe. I mean, I don't think the All-Star match is like proper evaluation of skills, but you know. Okay, so now Shock has a bunch of ults lined up, while Glads actually don't have that much yet. Like Birdring even swapped off the Widow, now it's back on the Widow. They're not even close to grab, so Shock is in like a really good position to win this next fight too. They go for the pull fire strike. They whiff it completely though. Also think a lot of the times when I see teams play this comp with Ryan Orisa, you'd assume they'd play BAP too, right? But they're not playing the BAP here. I'm not sure why.
I am unstoppable.
Maybe because of the BAP nerfs. Dude, Mir just got nanoed. He goes in. Solo kills Violet because he's nano. What are you gonna do to a nano Doom?
Meteor strike.
But I mean, why is Shock not being more proactive here? Like what I've always found strong about Shock is that they like know how to use their ults. And when they're like up in ults, why don't they just go in with like Nano Ryan or Nano Tracer, right? Why do they let Mirror engage on them? Like they have to back up. Maybe and give space. But then why don't they just engage out here, right? Maybe because they want to give ants the space because they have walls. But just seems weird to me that they wouldn't like use like an aggressive Nano Ryan and then like pull the enemy team together and force their ults, you know? But yeah. Mirror comes in nanoed. Very nice punch from Mirror on Violet here.
Meteor strike.
And then they just get ran over. He's meteor striking ants in the back now, so he can't do anything. At this point, Shock shouldn't use any ults because this fight's lost. Birdwing even dies, but I don't know. Shock, at least they saved a lot of ults, right? They didn't like waste ults in a lost fight. That's very good. But if Doomfist is set up and he can like engage from anywhere, right? He's very good. You're reviewing. I did that one earlier today, actually. But it was more like a watch together than it was a VOD review because I hadn't seen it yet. I'm probably not gonna upload that one to YouTube. This one's going up on the YouTubes though. This was a great match, dude. Violet has walked out so like every single time. Violet like walks out first, but I feel like he needs to just wait for his team. Like he's like out here, dude. He's like trying to sleep some people, and then he gets slept. And then his team is like, "No, Violet, why?" And then he dies. That's like really rough for Shock 2 because they have all the ult. Like they need to just like because now Glad's is gonna farm their Grav and their Rally right before the next fight starts because they have to wait for Violet, which they didn't have before. So it's very rough that Violet got picked there actually. We're reviewing our team VOD a while back. Thank you for letting me review your team VOD. Okay, they bongo, but this is like a very aggressive bongo. I like it though. Shatter comes in. OD hits Smurf and Architect, but the bongo's still up. So they're kind of good here. Oh, Mirror comes in from the back though. Gets stunned up. He doesn't have ult. I think he should die here. Oh, the graph comes out. So this is what I was talking about, right? Because Violet died earlier, now Space and Big Goose have ult, and they can turn this fight around. But if he hadn't gotten picked there, that would have been an easy fight win for the Shock, I think. I'm not sure how Mirror didn't get stunned there from the Shatter, but
Meteor strike.
jeez. Oh, nice dodge from Smurf and Choi. Dude, this fight's going the distance, but dude, Mirror is so good at Doom. He popped off so hard. This match is crazy. You got a lot of resources too, though. You got like all the nanos, all the big packs from Big Goose, all the Zarya bubbles. So he's supposed to do good, you know, but he still like made it work. I mean, he gets ult so fast because he gets all those resources too, right? Anyway, Glad's had to use every ult except for Nano, but so did Shock, right? So like, Violet getting picked there kind of ruined Shock's retake. Because now, Glad's had just as many ults as the Shock did, while Shock had a big ult advantage before that. Okay. Shock walk out again. I'm not sure if you really want to take this route though. Like, it's very rough to get held in here, right? I guess it's okay. I just like that Glad's is going so aggro, you know? Like, this is what I was talking about earlier, where I feel like Shock, when they were holding, they could have been just as aggressive as this. And instead, they, like, gave up a lot of space. But now Glad's, when they're holding, they're going mega, mega aggro. Also, Shock swapped off to Orisa. Oh, Striker kills Birdwing. A very good job by Striker, killing Birdwing again. but just the aggression from Glad's coming out is like wrecking the Shock right now. Ants even kills Mirror. Ants kills Shaz. Ants is killing everyone, but his front line is getting ran down right now. Ooh, yikes, and then Smurf has to swap to Ball. So it's like desperation mode right now, right? Like if Ants can pick more people, then maybe they can win this. Because he has been. But it's bad. They're gonna touch. Nice. Both Smurf and Striker touch, so maybe not the best communication there. If one of them had touched and like the other could save cooldowns, that'd be great. Smurf touches again, but he gets stunned, so he's gonna die. Ooh, ooh, ooh. He gets a nano though. Oh, don't get booped off the map, Smurf. Okay. He controlled back on. Oh no, he's gone. And there goes the nano boost too. Oh, is he gonna swing back up? No, he's fucked. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, see how the rest of that fight went.
Victory.
But yeah, I feel like Violet getting picked on that one rotation like screwed up Shock big time. Like obviously they still could have won, but Shock not being proactive with ults, and then Violet getting picked that one fight, I feel like it's what lost in this map. Like Ants won them the first 2 fights solo,
Wait for it.
but the rest just didn't go their way. Architect dies to OG, because there's no Ryan right now. Yeah, Space just grabs. Throw Yobin off the map. Didn't let Miri get the kill though, that's true. Massive brain. Gotta ruin Mirror stats right there. Dude, and this next map is a massacre. I cannot believe this next map happened like this. Like, scientists could not believe the Shock got clubbed this hard en route. So if you look at the Shock right now, they made a few roster swaps from the last round. They swapped in Ma for Architect on the Brig. They swapped in Super for Choyobin. So now they're playing double main tank. And they've swapped in Architect back on DPS. And who was I in earlier? Ants is subbed out. So I don't know what went on in Glad's brain here. But I feel like this or what went on in Shock's brain here. But I feel like the Glad's comp is really hard to dive because they have the Brig and the Tracer. Tracer can contest divers, right, on her own. And then Brig can armor and stun whoever's like diving and getting dives, etc., you know? And then this just does a lot of poke damage. But let's see how this map plays out because obviously a Shock has to play like double main tank now, right? So maybe they expected... Okay, so here's my theory on what happened this map. I feel like Shock, they came in, the second map, they were like, Mirror's Doomfist is absolutely butt-fucking us. Like right now, Mirror is destroying us on the Doom. So they put in double main tank so they could run Rein Orisa to counter Doom because Rein Orisa is very good against Doomfist. But then, glad to see that, and they're like, okay, let's just not run Doom then. And then they go spam. So that's my theory right there. That Shock was going for the counter with double main tank. With Rein Orisa, right? Because I think that's really good against Doom. And then Glass was like, hell no. We just won't play Doom then. And then you get this kind of map. That's maybe Shock outsmarting themselves a little bit, but also like a smart move from Glads, right? Anyway. That's the running theory right now. Also, if you guys have been liking the VOD review stream so far, make sure to leave a follow. And I'll do a lot more of these because there's so many OWL matches that, you know. Isn't Shock Sinatra so good at Doom that they made an entire skin about it? Yes. But they didn't want to play that strat, I guess. I don't know why. They played Architect Doom later on. But very weird. Maybe they didn't trust Choi's. Sorry. Thank you very much for the follow, Big Wante.
Cheers, love. The cavalry's here.
Thanks for the follow, Saffron. Dude, I should ask you guys for follows more often. So, I don't understand the shot comp. They're playing a dive comp, but then they're playing Rhine. I know Sinatra also calls a lot. But yeah.
The cavalry's here.
For the follow, Xabi. But I don't know. So my running theory here is that Super Smurf were meant to play Rhine Orisa against Mirror's Doomfist. But then Mirror doesn't play Doomfist, so they're kind of like, what do we play now? Right? Kind of like this happened. And then they play like Rhine Ball, which isn't an awful tank line. It's just like, I don't know. The Rhine Shields is going to get spammed down. And then you need to like sustain, right? So all the resources go into the Rhine, and then the flankers can't do too much. And Architect sees that instantly, right? Like, I like this defense by Glads too. They saw Shock go under the high ground, and then they instantly took like all the angles on the high ground. And now what are they going to do? Are they going to push OG? No, he's just going to fortify then and get spam healed. So like, Shock's just going to slowly die as long as they don't like fuck up completely. What's the reason to replace Sinatra for Choi? My guess is they don't really trust in Choi's Zarya. And they want Sinatra Zarya. I don't know. I can't have any other guess on that one. If you guys have any other working theories, then let me know. But normally they should play Choi Zarya and Sinatra Doom if they want to play Doomfist, right? Also, where was Rascal this whole series? I don't know. But Rascal's there, like, he's really flexible and he's like really good at Mei. And I like Mei this meta. All the, like, you saw how good Soul played with Mei. But then these teams just don't play Mei. I don't know why. I guess Mei didn't work in scrims. Is the running theory there. Okay. So they come out with a pull dragon. People saying, I mean, I don't want to give any credit to those rumors while they're still rumors though. But maybe they do a nice pull dragon. And Glads was really good at pull dragons actually. Like this whole match, they had like clean pull dragons. It's also because there's no diva on the enemy team. Like normally you wouldn't play this Rhine shit. You play diva and then you can actually like eat the pulls. But they're playing double main tank. What's your opinion on Shock switching their support line for DPS? I don't have an opinion. I don't know how good Mauve's Brig is, so I don't want to judge it, but I guess what they thought was Architect's a better Brig. Also, it's still early in the season for Shock, right? They could be trying stuff out. Like, a season is 28 games. They don't have to win every game. So, like, they could be seeing what works best for them in matches, but still, I thought today was very uncharacteristic of the Shock. Like, when Krusty spoke before, he said, if I can put in a solid 6, then that's best for the team, right? And then he doesn't, like, he makes so many swaps during the match. Autopsy, yeah, it was pretty bad, Gilbot. They're a dying corpse right now. They're playing Ryan Hammond. And they're like, fuck off, man. I'm sorry, Gilbot. I can't turn off ads. I wish I could. If you sub to me, you don't get ads anymore. With Twitch Prime. No. I'm joking. Anyway, I think the strat here was they farmed Nanoblade, but Architect's not farming Blade that fast. And here you answered my question. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Shock didn't look like Shock. It didn't look like everyone, like the team that everyone predicted to be the number 1 in the league, right? It looked very messy.
Wait for it.
Murdering the Styx Rhine. This Ryan's just getting bullied, dude. Like, what are you gonna do as super? Like, everybody's on the high ground around you. You're getting discorded. And he's just, like, kind of sitting there on cart. Getting fucked. Very juke nano. Yeah, we'll see that in a bit. But. So, first, they nano Genji, who hasn't got Blade yet.
Into the iris.
Then Shaz tranks it, right? So good trank from Shaz, because that would have been big. Architect gets killed. They bop a bunch of ults on him. But that's worth, right? Because he's like nanoed. Maybe Glad's used too many ults there, actually. They used 2 support ults and the Sigma ult. But I feel like the only win condition really from the shock here is the nano blade. So Moth now uses ult. Architect's still dead and they're like fighting really hard. OD uses ult. So now the shocker really gotta say GG. This fight's lost. They end up using rally. Happy for Glad, but damn, yeah. It's not an expected result. Definitely not. Violet's still farming ult. Smurf finally goes over to the double main tank, right? So this is why I thought that Shock was playing this comp. Because, like, playing this is like the double main tank, right? You play the Ryan Orisa, and then normally you'd play BAP too. And it'd be really good, but they just didn't see the Doom, I guess, and then they were like, we're not doing it. I don't know. But honestly, I think they expected Mirror to go Doom again on this route, and that's why they wanted to play double main tank. But Mirror was like, nah, bro, I can play Hanzo. He's not that hard to play. I can spam choke. They come out with the Hanzo ult again, and this is what I really liked from Glad's this match, is that whenever they had an ult, they just use it really aggressively, right? This is the second time they've Hanzo ulted this spot, and they're all going forward. Thoughts on Birdwing's performance? I thought he was good at Tracer, but Birdwing did great on Tracer. They that rusty? Yeah, I guess they're pretty rusty. I don't know. They also just like kept fielding different lineups as if they don't have a plan beforehand, which is bad.
60 seconds remaining.
Oh, wow, Striker got wrecked so hard by the pool rot. And they're playing double shield, but like they're playing double diver. It makes no sense to me, right? Like if you'd be playing this comp, you'd be expecting a BAP and maybe a Mei and a Hanzo, right? And then you could like pull plus Hanzo arrow, pull plus dragon, you know? Pull plus Mail, and then you could be setting up ults. But when I think of Orisa and this comp, the only thing I can think of is they pull Nano Blade, which I don't know. Wouldn't like Diva Matrixing be better there? But I guess that playing the double main tank is like fuck them up here. So yeah, maybe Glad's like changing up their strategy completely ruined the shot.
Time's up.
It's definitely not clear for Atlanta.
Pass into the iris.
Shanghai looked great in their match. So Architect goes in with the Nano Blade. He gets Tranked on, but he goes after Mirror. Should be able to kill Mirror here. What? Wait, he didn't kill him with the dash slash? What? How did he not kill him? Let's see. They should be able to kill people like instantly. Oh, he gets armored. Oh, so Big Goose armors Mirror. And that's why Architect can't one-shot him. Wow. That's insane. Dude, poor Architect, dude. He got outplayed by a break E. Nice job from Big Goose. Oh, and then the massive Wow, that's a big Sigma ult. Crap, dude. That's 4 people. He missed the first slash too. I mean, that doesn't matter because there was the AoE healing from the Zen ult anyway. Yeah. Brig E fucked up his blade. And then, slowly but surely, Glad just outspam the comp, right? Birdwing kills everybody, yay. Wow. That was such a nice armor pack. Dude, you're just getting bullied. Right? Birdwing just finishing everybody off. He's just bullying. He's like, where'd the enemy go? Come back here. Recall. Bet you won't. Okay, he got him. Dude, that was very dominant of a defense for the Glads. But I can't help but feel that if Shock went a more coherent comp, like they played static tanks and then they played dive DPS and then they played a support line that can do both, right? But there's just no coherent plan there, I feel. And they just kind of got farmed by Glads from the high ground.
Initiating match.
I don't know. Like, is Sinatra that big of a caller for the team that they need him in to, like, help with this kind of shit? Because now Smurf's on Zarya. What? That's something you don't want to see.
Stick to the plan. And if you get into trouble, I'll bail you out.
Mayor's back on Doom. He's probably gonna. No, he's gonna stay, I think. I don't remember.
Stop the payload.
Birdwing goes Widow. They try to do the pull hook, but Smurf somehow like doesn't get hooked. So he could have gotten hooked there. Very close. Ryan Zarya comes out. So Glads decide to like kind of mirror the shock up, which I mean is fair, right? Because Smurf is obviously on a character that he's not comfortable on. So if they just mirrored, and presumably Space will just outperform Smurf on the roll. Or he really should. Super Zarya would have won them this map. Yeah, definitely. Architects in. Both bubbles are used for both teams. This is fine, right? Like the shock hold is actually pretty decent. Birdwing goes for a flank. Oh, Moff is going solo. Crap, Moff's gonna die here. That was bad for Moff. Maybe this is like the kind of stuff why they put Architect in, but Moff got naded. That's where it all began. Nice nade there from Shaz, actually. Holy crap. Yeah, what are you gonna do then? You're kind of screwed. Maybe he should have just like went with Violet here. I definitely think he should have bashed over here. Like, there's no reason to go alone over there. That's bad. Like, especially when you play Kree, I feel like you stay with Brig and a Kree in a stack and kind of let your Zarya Doomfist do their thing, you know? But they mess up. Jazz still gets killed. Smurf gets booped off the frickin' map. Goodbye, Smurf. And now Space just has energy and starts zapping people, right? Yeah. Yikes, and that's 1 out of 2 fights that they get. And now Jock has to swap up the whole comp because they have to touch point.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Wow, it's really rough here.
I am unstoppable.
Oh, Architect misses the E2 when he goes in on the Doom. They actually get the Nano Doom here before the enemy team does. So, Jock could have gotten big plays here.
You're powered up. Get Get in there.
Gets the nano while he's punching OG. Obviously, Ryan doesn't go very far when he gets punched. Then he ease in. He misses. Drifts. But he's oh, he's taking so much damage. He's anti-healed, I guess. Fucking OG pins in, gets nanoed. Oh, see how far that punch space? Damn. Seems pretty good. Base ends up dying because of the punch. Super! Oh. Big fun character, guys. Oh, Jazz naded the low ground, so maybe he's gonna die Smurf now. No, Smith Goose. Not Smith Goose, but Big Goose, thank you. Is rallying. Oh! Big Goose runs away from Shaz! Big Goose, you're throwing the game. Sit on your flex support. Alright, they still win this. But that was like a really messy match from the Shock. Like, they seem to come in with a counter strat to the Doomfist from Mirror, right? With the Orisa Rhine. But then there was no Doom. So they just didn't know what to do, I guess. I don't know. Like, these teams have had a while to prepare for this match, right? It's not like they're playing 2 matches this weekend and didn't prepare for these maps. Shock should have had time to like have solid strategies in this meta.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, next map.
Incoming. Defend objective A.
We have Nambani. The one map that the Shock did win. Voice crack? Voice crack. Map 3 already. We're speeding through this. Normally I take like an hour a map, but I'm not going over things too much because I've actually already seen the match just now, so I'm just looking at the details. Dude, Mirror goes in, gets slept before, well, gets slept before bubbles. That's bad synergy there from Space and Mirror. But the nade comes in from Shaft, and this is a really good nade spot actually. Like the top of this door. If you're playing Ana and you can nade this top door, it'll nade everybody below it. That's like really strong. Architect dies to that. Smurf's or Super's on point. Not doing a whole lot. Mir just goes to 1v1 and wins. Now it's a reset for the Shock. The Nacho's on Zarya though. Guy's a beast at Zarya. I feel like if they ran Super Choice the Nacho for the whole series, they would have won this match. Maybe. But again, I don't think they like rate Choi Zarya very high or something. I think Choi is pretty good at Zarya or could learn it. But it seemed like they didn't have a set strat for the match. And I feel like if you keep swapping up strategy, then your players aren't going to get like warmed up and into the flow of the whole strat, you know? Like I feel like Glads got into the flow of their strat and Shock kept trying to like counter Glads instead of playing their own strat. But of course I don't know that for sure, right? Maybe this is what they practice in scrims. Doesn't feel like it to me.
The pain is coming.
Amir goes in with Bubble again. Kills Architect. Imagine if they had a Mei. And every time Mir went in, they like started freezing him. Those would be the days. There was no Mei played this whole series by neither team. Maybe they messaged each other beforehand. Hey guys, let's not play Mei. Dude, freaking Mir booped him on the high ground. Oh, and then the Nacho still drops. This fight's lost for Glads. Not at Shock have all the space. Nacho already crushing it on the Zarya. 1,000,000 energy. Also feel like Sinatra must do a lot of the calling for the Shock, right? Like when he came in, they seemed like a lot more knowing what to do. Not sure. Striker. Oh, OG's one. I also feel like Reaper is a pretty good pick when the enemy team doesn't have a Kree. Because then the Reaper doesn't get punished as hard, right? The rally comes out. Sinatra's dead though. Oh. But Architect comes back main. Starts clicking people. Architect is a really good player too. Just that.
Objective lost. Escort the payload.
I don't know. The Shock looked good like last time this meta happened, right? Like they had the Ryan Diva May Kree comp on lockdown. And now they just didn't play Rascal. And they're not playing May at all. I don't know why. I feel like even that comp does like decently against Doom, right? If you play it correctly. Maybe Diva just gets eviscerated by Zarya too hard. What I'm thinking. Sinatra's grabbing your backline. What are you gonna do? So aggressive ult usage, right? This is what I was hampering the Shock on earlier. That they just were sitting there with their ults, not doing too much. And now Sinatra is instantly going in, ulting really aggro. I feel like they might need his calling. Do you think Shock? No. I don't think Shock lost their edge at all. I feel like this performance must have just been a mishap. Plus, I don't know why they're not playing right. They didn't get complacent, I'm pretty sure. Krusty's not the type of coach that lets people get complacent, for what I've heard. They're just like, didn't have a set strat for this meta. Shock are really good when they get like a strat and just grind it out. But they like kept swapping strat every map. But there wasn't really like a coherent plan for me. Coherent? Base comes in with a grab. Mirror flanks on Doom though. Kills Violet. Yeah, this fight's over. Mirror doesn't even die for all that. Jeez. Striker comes in. Doesn't even kill Orion because he gets punched. Dude, Rally's such a good ult. Off topic, but what do you think of the Chinese teams that played? I think the match of Chengdu against Hangzhou wasn't that high level. Like, I feel like Hangzhou was the better team, but Chengdu, like, they were good when they played this ball comp with Ameng on ball and maybe Jinmu on fair, right? But then once they got forced off that comp, they looked very, very weak. And then Spark just didn't look like they had big strats for like every map setup, you know, and looked very wonky on their retake specifically. And then I didn't see Shanghai against Guangzhou, but I think Shanghai is insane right now. But I can't really like judge their level accurately because I obviously haven't seen that match. But I think it's probably like something Shanghai, then Guangzhou, then Spark, then Chengdu.
I am unstoppable. Easy.
The pain is coming.
Boy, Cooper's getting beat up in here, dude. He's getting beat on. Oh, he's Nano and he's in your Reinhardt.
Meteor strike.
Big you play? I don't know. I didn't watch the match. Okay. So Glads try to go for the spawn camp, but they whiff a little bit. Mirror ends up dying. Goes a little bit too deep. And they use a lot of ults in the process too, right? They've only like they use like all of their ults and Shock use nothing. That's really bad for the Glads here. Now Shock just wins because of ults. Like if they just rally early and then just don't fuck up, they win. And then the Nano, Zarya, the grab. Like what are you gonna do against this? The Glads. There's no way you win that fight ever. They still have Shatter too in Creel.
This is going to hurt.
Like Glads is fucked up on the first 2 points, like not winning any fights.
Score. Ready for.
Okay,
Ready.
let's go for the Shock defense now. So what are they playing? They are now playing the Doom, Zarya, and then they're playing Baptiste, Anna, which is interesting to me. Because Baptiste, like normally he works really well with Orisa. They're a very good combo together. But just like playing the Bap against Tracer, because Birdwing's been basically one-tricking Tracer. And then not playing the Brig is questionable. Maybe Moth just doesn't feel good playing the Brig, but I don't know. I feel like against Glad specifically, you'll want to play Tracer or Brig because Birdwing's basically one-tricking Tracer, right? And then you can also armor pack Architect when he goes in. But I think this might be a comfort pick for Moth here. Because he obviously played a lot of that last season. So they're going really aggro here. They just kill Shaz outright. OG and Birdwing and Mirror are all setting up. So I like the aggression from Shock, right? If the enemy team's like behind you, why not go forward? Kind of thing. Trying to stay on the high ground. They should really drop here. Yeah, they're gonna drop. Oh, Striker, please don't stay. Okay, he drops too. Oh, Striker got chunked so hard. Moth heal. Oh boy. Okay, they're fine, I think. They're kind of screwed in here, though. They kind of need to get back to point. Violet kills Big Goose. Violet's in the back line, dude. I don't know. I think Glads don't play Doom on attack because Doom is like needs setup, right? He needs to like sit somewhere and then like right click or shift or E, but he can't just like set up when they're on attack. Like there's no way that a Doom like just goes up here and then like just punches somebody, right? He's just gonna get forced out before he can punch somebody. There's not a lot of walls here on the defense too. So it makes sense that he goes Reaper, right? But Glads has been winning a lot of fights just off the Doom. Violet ends up dying because, again, he was really aggro. Like, Violet's been getting picked a lot, and you really don't want to get picked as Anna because if there's no Anna healing, it's very hard to win fights. I mean, I guess they have Moth healing, but still. Mirror TP's in on Striker. See how that goes for him. Oh, he misses the stun. Gets bubbled though. Nice bubble there from Sinatra. This is why Sinatra's on the Zarya, dude, because he's so good at these bubbles. Architect dies though because there's no bubble available for him. Birdwing's in your back line. He's armored. What are you gonna do? Oh, almost blocked the slam. But yeah, at this point you're kind of screwed here as the Shock. Your Anna was dead. He's just come back from spawn, and now you have to retake. But with the amount of space that the Glads have here, it's very rough. They're still alive? No, he died. Yeah. Batbolt comes out. That's a good Batbolt. Nice Nano too. See, they're using ults aggro now, which I didn't do before. Which makes me think Sinatra's really that kind of guy that just says go, 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 go. You know? This team actually like goes in. I don't know though, right? But it's all speculation. Okay, but now Glads have 6 ults. So they have no more excuses to not win these fights. Shock's been doing a really good job though, that even though they don't have like a brig to like stop the tracer, that they've just been like going hard and not looking behind them. They have the grab here, which again I lacked the proactive ult usage in the first 2 maps, and now they're actually doing it. Like Root was a disaster. So Glads is coming from all angles. They're setting up big time. Goose is here, Violet or Shaz is here. They're nanoing Mare. Mare's TPing in. Mare's going on Moth, and Moth's alone because OG slept over here. A nice sleep on OG, but Moth might be screwed right now. So he has the drone. He gets the bubble. Nice bubble again from Sinatra. Oh, Mirror uses his Ray form. He ults, instantly gets stunned out. Nice stun from Striker. He's still chasing though. You might want to not chase this. Oh, you've got Birdwing here too, I guess. He has to recall. A Striker and Violet get out really well there against the Nano Reaper, Nano Blade. Fucking Sinatra solo grab space. Kind of like that actually, like because if the enemy Zarya just gets energy and he grab, you know, a big fight changer if you do that, because he doesn't get his grab off. That proactive ult usage is so good in Overwatch, dude. Ooh. Oh, are they gonna kill him? Yeah. Also, notice how Architect has swapped off the Doom at this point. He probably felt like he couldn't like do too much to this comp as Doom. Wanted to go Reaper. I would have liked to see Mei, but you know. I'm a Mei fan. I'm a Mei stan. Don't know why Chuck didn't play Mei at all when they played Mei so well a few weeks ago. But you know. Space gets or Super gets solo grabbed. That's not a great grab because he just gets an anode now. Bear and Birdwing on the flank though, and Architect's race forced out, so they might just get all the space they want here. Did he even pulse bomb his ass? They really want Super dead. These pulse bomb, mines, the grab, break ult, all to kill Super, dude. They needed Super dead. He had Shatter, I guess, but still. Oh. Wait. Who got slept? Where'd they go to sleep? But nobody got slept. Oh! No. Oh, yeah. Big Goose has slept. Though Mirror killed Sinatra. So finally, they've gotten a lot of value out of the aggressive Reaper here. Mirror's gonna clean up. Reaper is really good at cleaning up. They're gonna cap the point, but again, they used 6 ultimates, or 5 ultimates in that last fight. Actually, no, 4 ultimates in the last fight. Calm down, Kosoras. And they only had less than a minute left. So now they have to like roll this, you know, second point to even finish with time. So really good hold here by Shock, and I feel like what they really swapped up is that they started like playing their strategies. You know, they didn't think to like counter everything that the Glads was doing. They like just said go. We grab now, we buff de-stole now, we nano now, you know, which I feel like they just didn't do before. And it's easier on defense too, but they did it on attack as well, right? So they're just gonna back out, get Sinatra some energy. Apparently, Violet sleeps Birdwing, so really nice sleep there. They're gonna be able to push the enemy team back now. It's at 6v5. Oh, Sinatra gets slept. Fine. They're able to hold this corner. This corner is really good to hold because even if you lose the fight here, you're still gonna get another fight back here. So you get 2 fights on a body second point, which It's not uncommon to get only one fight, actually. But this is a very good spot to hold for the SF Shock here. They forced the Reaper Wraith. OD goes in. Aggressive High Noon comes out from Striker. There's no D.Va and no Mei on the enemy team, or like on either team. So you've got to back out. You've got to hide against the High Noon. Super Shadows gets nothing. I thought Super Shadows were actually like pretty weak this whole match. When he was on Ryan, just couldn't find like really big shatters. It's hard to shatter the enemy team, I guess, but you know, OG found some big ones. OD has gotten nanoed. The Natra got the nano on the Shock side. A little bit later, I guess. Die. Architect comes down to Death Blossom. So overall, that was like a decent fight for Shock. They have to like kind of overcommit though at the end, right? They used 6 ults this fight, which you would rather not. But I mean, again, all they need is to like have the Glads end with no time, right? And then they're good. Or to just hold them. So they can be a little more liberal with their ults because they had such a good attack. Waiting for everybody to get back. You'd love to spawn camp here, and Violet was actually going for that, but Super was dead, so can't. Enemy team obviously gets faster spawns. I think you still might want to go to hold here, but I guess they don't want to anymore. They hold the bus, which is fine too, right? They missed the shield on Super for energy because they obviously wanted some energy there. Sinatra's on high ground. Sinatra has no energy though on this flank. He's only 40. Generally, if you flank with Zarya, you kind of want high energy. OD comes in with Shatter, gets blocked. Look at how far that Doom Punch goes. That's okay though. Didn't get anybody. Nobody really to block there. Violet's on a flank. And Architect gets slept. So let's see how that happens. That is fight losing right there. Architect's on a flank. Whatever shall Architect do? He's going in. Walking into space. Space uses self bubble and you just kinda get slept, dude. Oh, that was ugly play. Kinda like walked into a straight line. Maybe he expected bubble. But Zarya's over here. Like, you would make this play if you know you get bubble. So what I think happened is Architect expected bubble. And he just like kind of wanted to go. But Sinatra wasn't in position yet. If he had waited 1 second, then he would have gotten bubble. Now he gives him bubble, right? But the bubble's just going to run out. Like, sleep lasts so long. This fight's lost. Did they die on cart? Oh, Super goes for the alpha pin. What I call that one. Ooh, yikes. Sinatra's gonna die late. Oh, nice punch there from Mir. Dude, he was so good on the Doomis match. Let's go, bro. Take him out. He's done it. This is all bad, right? 'Cause this is all staggers for the Shock. They can't like really contest a 6 right now. You still got 2 people back in spawn, and they're gonna go for it, but well, Mary goes really deep. I feel like if he had punched Super there, that would have been better though. Guess he is ult. Goes down on Super. That sounded sexual. He went down on Super, guys. No problem. Like a Sora's dumb right there. Anyway. So, Shock do end up getting the regroup. Because Mirror's engage doesn't really pay out and Super manages to stall. So they get the regroup on the point. It's by nowhere 1 though. But Shock do have a bunch of ultimates coming up, right? If they can get like a good Shadow or a Grav, They can hold this here. So it's all up to Super or Sinatra to do like a big play here. I feel like you want to grab first almost always. So he comes out with a grab. There's obviously nothing to eat it. Grabs Mirror. Mirror's been a big player, so good grab target right there. It's bubbled, so is Mirror just not gonna die here? Oh, Mirror doesn't die. Wow. Oh, and then OG comes in with a big shatter. Wow. So Moffat ulted. Super just got kind of outplayed. How did that happen? Raph comes out. They don't kill Mirror, which is very surprising, right? Does this nade even connect? I don't think this nade hits for some... Wait, huh? What? This nade gets bubbled by Sinatra. Somehow. Some way. This nade does not hit Mirror. I'd be tilted. But then he gets the bubble. OG joins in the grab. Architect's not hitting the grab right now. Why not? I guess he's fighting Bird Ring on high ground. Dude, fuck that. Go kill the grab, bro. It's kind of poked. He wants heals, but there's a grab. And then Mirror lives somehow. And then what happens is Mirror uppercuts Super, and while that happens, OG's shattering. This is like a good Doomfist combo, right? You play Ryan and Doomfist duo Q, you can like 3, 2, 1 uppercut and then shatter, and then you almost always do this. Shatter everybody. Because the shatter will go under the Ryan shield because he's knocked up. Very, very big. Nice combo there from Mirror and OG. Nothing Super could do, right? That's a combo that Architect and Super could have done themselves, but again, God is clean on the Doom. Okay. So really aggressive ult usage coming out here from the Glads. I like this. They need to end with time. What? Oh, he got stunned by Moth. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, space is low, but he's fine. Brego comes out, right? Keeping everybody up. The Architect was not doing as much on the Doom, but Mirror has. Mirror has another ult. Fighting Architect in the back line right now. You gonna kill him? He's going for him. Gonna shift him up. Take him out. Hit him. No, oh, he thought he killed him. Wait, he thought he killed him, but he didn't. Mirror's moment. Super comes up with a shatter. OG blocks it, but it goes under him. So Big Goose and Space get shattered. That's very unfortunate. White should be winning this fight right now. They have a lot more ults and they still have the rally armor. Oh, Mirror comes down. But it's too little too late, I think. OD has another shatter though. Maybe they go for another one of those uppercut shatters. I feel like they're trying to, but Super's getting bubbled. OD misses it the second time around. Sinatra should just be able to win in this fight now. Okay. Again, it's like really strong to win fights like this as Zarya because, see, Sinatra has like 1,000,000 energy. Spacer still has some energy, but it's like nowhere near as much, right? We have to go get out.
30 seconds remain.
And I'm about to bail on his team to keep his energy. You can do if there's no Lucio on the enemy. They can't really chase you out. But okay. Got another fight coming up. Again, Shock have a bunch of ults. Glads have like none. So Glads really need to win that last fight, actually. But now this is all up to like Shock to win, right? There's no way they shouldn't win this. Okay, back a little bit. We didn't start that. OG drops. Architect's behind them. He's gonna start starting his punching. Wow, OG just dies, bro. Gets like no help. Also feel like they should nano OG just to keep him alive there.
I am unstoppable.
Here he goes in the back line, tries to do one of those hero plays again. Oh, nice grab here from Sinatra actually. Because they have the touch cart. Really interesting, especially with the high noon coming out. The nano high noon actually. Yeah, and he just kills them up there. So nice grab into high noon. But again, it's just the ult advantage that the shot got there. That they won that fight with. But I mean, what I really liked from the shock, because they like swapped up their playstyle here to like being way more aggressive. Like they didn't do the passive shit they did before. They were the first ones to ult. They were the first ones to engage. Sonata was always playing for high energy. And he's just kind of like zapping people. And they killed a lot of people in these grabs actually too. Yes. That was good from the shock. And like this is why I think the shock is like still a great team, right? Because they still have like insane individual players. It's just that I feel like they didn't really have their strat together today. Which for the future they'll adapt and well. Anyway, enough ranting from me. Let me go to the toilet real quick, and then if you guys have not followed already, please follow, and I will be right back. Hello, it's me. I'm not Adele, but I hope I'm good enough to at least sing that part of the song. Okay, so we've got again favorite coach. Thank you, Gilbot. Again, we've got the shock with the this time a different comp. Wow, anti-paters. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. That's huge. You now have access to Kasora's LOL and Kasora's Flex, or Kasora Strong, I think it is, and another emote. I just got those, but thank you very much. Okay, so what have we got here? We've got Shock not playing Doom right now, which worked for them well last map. But maybe they just want to swap it up. They didn't sub out any players for this round, which obviously it was working last map, right? So why would you swap stuff up? And then we've got the Glads, who are going with more of a pokey comp with the Hanzo and the Orisa Sigma. I feel like because Sinatra is a Zarya one trick basically in this setting, right? Because he can only play Zarya when he's on tank. They're going for a very anti-Zarya composition. And Zarya doesn't do too well against this specific tank line. Especially when there's no Doomfist to bubble, right? Because it's hard for Super to get close. Thanks for doing the VOD if he's there. Great. Thank you very much. So yeah, I feel like it's really hard for Super to get close. If he just walks up here, his shield's just gonna die. Like his shield is completely gonna get wrecked. So as long as the Glads can just take high ground, they should be like good. Because if they set up here, what is the shot gonna do, right? They don't have shield damage. Like they don't have that much shield damage, especially when Sinatra's not charged. So if they can make this cross the high ground and just put Jaru up there and shoot down on the enemy team, that'd be very, very strong. Striker comes in. He tries to fight Shaz. And I'm not sure why Shaz and Big Goose aren't together right now. But this opens up Sinatra to walk in, right? But as long as Shaz lives here, they're good. Because they're going to get these discords off. And it's going to be very hard for the Shock to disengage here. Okay, the rock comes out. And this is actually a tank composition that I expected Shock to play, right? Because if you think, like the one Glad is playing right now. Because if you think playoffs, then you think Shock being like insane on the Orisa Sigma, right? Like Choi was like one of the best Sigmas in playoffs. Smurf and Super are both like good at the Orisa, right? And I think this is like a very good tank line right now. So I don't know. I just feel like there was no real plan coming out. Because if you saw the Soul, I felt they had like a really coherent plan. They were like, we're gonna put Prophet on the Tracer. And if we need a Mei against the enemy comp, he's going to swap to Mei. And then we're just going to play Orisa Sigma and it's going to be great, right? And it worked out great for them. They like barely played any Doom. It was very good. But now, Shock, they tried to be really aggressive there, right? But they just got spammed out by the Glad's comp. Birdring. Doing Birdring things, doing a really good job. But I have to give up all of point, right? Sinatra swaps the ball. I mean, it's just not gonna work. Like he has to go contest point, so. Oh no, he just went for it, dude. He went for the Zen. Get stunned. Striker dies. They almost got the recontest too because Sinatra got a lot of the stall on point. But I don't know. It's just staggering into the spam comp is hard. Like you could reach this spam comp with the Rhine like pretty easily, right? If you were playing a diva. But without the diva, your Rhine shield just dies too quick, I think. And obviously they can't play diva with Sinatra Zarya or Sinatra in, right? So now they're gonna go to Architect Doomfist, which Doomfist is great on the second point defense. And they actually have a purpose for the Zarya. Super can kind of sit back, maybe. He could even like go Orisa or Ball here if he'd want to, but that's fine.
I am unstoppable.
Architects gets nanoed. He gets bubbled. Doesn't really get anything with his first punch. And he gets chunked really hard, actually, but Doom is just so strong when he's nanoed. So he one-shots Shaz. And that's fight over, right? Even though he dies. Oh my god. Wait, what is that? Flux? Holy moly. Space just alpha'd on everybody. So he kills Architect with his team. He farms his Flux. And he's like, guys, even though we're down Shaz, we can still win this. And he gets 4 people. My god, that's a big Flux, dude. Dude, Sinatra just dies because he has no bubble. And he kills both. Oh, that's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. And then the rally comes out. Dude, Sigma's good. Sigma's gotten buffed on live too. But this is played because Lucio's bad, right? So it's very hard to get any Sigma in the Orisa's face. I think if Lucio's available, you just play Rhine Diva over and over again, right? Because it's very easy to get close and get your Rhine swinging. But without Lucio, the Orisa Sigma becomes very strong. It's very hard to get to them. And they do a lot of range damage, have a lot of shielding, right? So very good attack from the Glad so far. Not sure if they win this one, but they should. OG ends up dying.
Into the iris.
Jazz gets back, Tranks. Feeling like a 5v5. Birdring ends up killing Architect. Oh boy, Birdring kills 2. Let's watch some Birdring POV. I like Birdring POV. He seemed very cracked out today on the Tracy. That I mean, he's really good at the Tracy. Okay, so Shatter comes in, gets blocked by the shield. This is what I'm saying, right? Super didn't get that much value out of his Shatters as the series went on. Oh,
Experience tranquility.
going for it. Ends up finishing up Architect. Nice. Look at how much armor he's got too. This is like a 300 HP Tracer right now in your back line. Sit on Super here because he's one. And then he should also go for Sinatra, who gets armored though. But that was very good. Moth gets bubbled. Shock might win this. Oh, Shaz dies again. Wow. Shaz has been getting kind of shit out.
Pass into the iris.
The train comes out. Yeah. He goes for the flank. Okay. So they know he's there too.
The barrier no longer exists.
Wait, they're still poking him. Wow, and finally he dies. Jeez. This didn't do a striker there very well either. They're just sitting on him. Put 3 clips into him. And then eventually they're gonna win, right? Because like the spawns from the shock are so much closer. They didn't even get the 2 ticks. That's very sad. They're very close to 2 ticks there. Okay. The Glad swap to Kree on the attack here. I think it's to punish Striker more. Likely, because Striker just kind of rolled them. Jari might have also not been feeling the Hanzo right, might not have been hitting the shots. But the swap kind of makes sense. Kree's very reliable right now. He does a lot of DPS, like almost as much as Hanzo. But you can, it's like, feel like it's easier to hit the shots on the Kree than it is on the Hanzo. Especially with the Hanzo nerfs. Oh, Architect got stunned. He didn't get bubble. Because Super and Sinatra were like, LOL. What is that crap? Shock Pikachu face. This is not Sinatra like. Does he lag? Is this the online coming out? They bubble. I think he missed. This must be a misclick. I think what happened is he tried to bubble Super, and while he did that, he like misclicked his Q. There's no way that he grabs like this on purpose. This has to 100% be a misclick. 1,000,000% this is a misclick. Because he bubbled Super too, right? So he probably bubbled and ulted accidentally at the same time. That's so unlucky, dude. I feel bad for Sinatra there. Dude, because if the Glad just come in and they get grabbed over here, it's like really hard to win the fight. Dude, OD just gets up the high ground with Jaru. That's a good position. We force Sinatra with the misclick there. Oh, Striker clutches out though. He kills 2. Happy that fight might not lose them the game. Striker like looked at the grab like, you serious, bro?
Cease your resistance.
That was funny to me.
No one's gonna stop me.
Oh, sticky on OG, which also killed Big Goose because apparently OG didn't stand still. And then, yeah, I said like 2v3, I guess. But I mean, if you kill 2 on the defense of Volskaya, that means you have like these close spawns and the enemy team has to like walk this far. So you're doing a good job, buddy. Like, you should win this fight now that you're basically 2 up. Striker comes in, goes and contests the point. Apparently Architect died. I don't think Doom is a very, or I don't think Hog's a very good stall character. Maybe Diva's a better stall character, but Sinatra, you do you. Violet's still in the back line. He's gonna die. Space comes in with another Graviton Flux. Charu's killing people still. Sinatra ends up dying on the Hog. The feeding. Ooh, that's a yikes, because now people are coming back too. Like the respawns have already gotten back. The shock very much staggered into that.
Meteor strike.
Okay, meteor strike comes out. Hit Shaz, doesn't kill him though. And now it should just be cleanup town for the Glads here. Violet even killed Jaro. There we go. They might win this now that Jaro's dead. That's a lot of damage gone. Super messes up the ball play. He doesn't get the slam off the freaking thingy in the middle. Oh, he goes for the roundy loop though. Freaking ball. Now tries to go on now. Oh, the Doom. Oh, he missed the punch. Would have hit that, I would have been big. Yeah. They're just not gonna win this. They really shouldn't win this. Striker dies. We made a miracle play again. Is it over yet? Finally, it's over. Dude, I feel bad for Sinatra though. Like, that grab kind of fucked him over.
Switching sides.
I also think that Striker kind of clutched for them though, multiple times. Striker played well on the Tracer, I thought.
Ready for battle.
So what's going on here? So we've got Glads with the spam defense, right? Which again, as I said, is very good into Zarya. I think
Objective A.
if you want to play Ryan into this, then you have to play a Diva with it. But obviously they can't because Sinatra's in. What is that pin? Wait a minute. So they see space on the low ground. And then they just really want to get space, I guess. Super pins in. They do a lot of damage to space, actually. He should die here. That was actually decent. Space ends up living, though. And Super ends up dying. Because Jaro is now just over here, putting bullets. And as soon as the fights go long, I feel like the Shock should probably just lose every time, right? Because, like, there's so much spam on this comp. Jaro's clicking heads now. Clicking bodies, I guess. And they clean up. That's a very quick fight, at least. But I feel like it's very hard for the Shock to, like, take this, right? Unless they make, like, a miracle play with Dano. So Architect swaps to Doom, which I'm not sure about on attack, right? How is he gonna, like, contest Jaro on the high ground or you know, contest anybody on the high ground? Like, this split hold from Glad seems very thought out. They've obviously talked about this, trimmed it, and this attack from Shock feels like improvised, right? Oh, Architect comes in late, almost one-shots Birdwing, but there's the armor coming in. Jaro got slept, but obviously he's on high ground. There's a shield in front of him. He's fine. Space again drops. Can you even get up here? I don't think you can get up here as Sigma. Unless you have a Mei, right? That's rough. They have to give up a lot of space here, which is great for Shock, right? They want these people to be on low ground. Architect dies to Birdwing, though. Why? Why, Nunu? Why? Remember that clip? That's an old school clip. You know that clip. You're crazy. Striker TP's in. Birdwing goes to deal with Striker. Birdwing shoots clips into nothingness. But I mean, you have infinite ammo in Overwatch. You might as well shoot. Oh, that was sick. Birdwing predicts that Architect's gonna go high ground. And Architect kind of just ints on Shaz. I don't know why you went that aggro. Maybe he expected bubble. Did Sinatra miss bubble? I don't think he had it. Ally bubble gets some 0 energy. That's rough. I need bubbles. Self for energy. He bubbles Striker. So at this point, Architect should know, hey, there's no bubble for me. I can't go for Shaz. But I mean, I guess it wasn't communicated. And then they try to fire strike and go on Shaz, but he's already gone. And Architect dies. That's rough, dude. Especially because they had Nano too. Like, if you Nano Doom, that's really strong. I was so far away from the team too. Would you say Sinatra on Zarya would have been more worth it since Troy has a pretty good Zarya himself? I think so, yes. I think Sinatra is like a god tier Zarya. Or a god tier Doom, but he's also a really good Zarya. But what I think is what happened is Shock just didn't trust in Troy's Zarya. Or something. Because Troy didn't play after map 1. Where they lost with him on Zarya, right? So he didn't play Zarya for that long though. I don't know. You know, at the end of the day, we can speculate all you want, but this is what Shock played and they lost with it, so. I just feel like Shock wasn't prepared with like superset strats for each map in this match. And that's where I'll leave that. Okay. Lads end up folding too much space. And even though they killed Architect really nicely, I think Nano Striker is what happened. And they won the fight with that. Or maybe Nano Sinatra. What happened? We go back. Architect dies. Yes. And then Shock walk in. Jaru ults. Where's Jaru? He's getting pushed right now. So Jaru's in a bad spot. Lives somehow. And the Nano Reaper comes out. He kills Big Goose. What else does he kill? He goes for Shaz. He gets the speed. He one-shot Shaz. So Striker kills both backliners. TLDR, Striker's a god. And then, yeah, OD dies. I don't know how Big Goose died to Striker there. I feel like that shouldn't be happening. This Big Goose just got laying down. Not that much shield damage on the Glads, and like everybody's that split. Yeah, Big Goose just got ran down. Kind of felt like they should have been more on high ground. Like, if Big Goose plays with Shaz there, just protects him and doesn't die there, like I think that fight goes different. Because then Shaz doesn't just get one shot. They're playing together, right? Bad split, in my opinion. I feel like Space and Bird Ring should always be split, but maybe not as much on the rest. The Hanzo can be split, obviously bring Kree now. Overall, they bongo really early, so this Shock can just, you know, get out now. That's an early, but I think that's a little too early, but get some 22nd, I guess. They rally in. Rally's a really strong ult. They get all the armor. Ooh, Architect goes to fight Tracer, which I don't think you do as Doom. That's bad. The Sigma ult comes out. The Space gets stunned there? No, it does go off. But Shaz tranks. Wait, no, Shaz on the other team. I guess they just tanked the damage here. Wait, it went that far back. I guess they just tanked. Oh, they have the rally armor, which blocks all the damage from the space ult here. And Big Goose gets ulted. So again, nice aggressive grab from Sinatra. Bird Ring gets caught in it. They trank though. They can't kill him. Super gets Bird Ring but pins somehow. Oh, he pins the grab. Okay, that makes sense. And then Architect. So Architect's Doom just has not looked great. Like, especially this attack is looked extremely weak. Like, he's not getting all the resources right now. Maybe not as much as he should. But he's like goes for tracers in the back line. He goes for Zenyatta solo and doesn't hit the E, you know. This is a weak. Even though Glad is still fucking up ults like Bongo, right? For no reason. Sinatra ends up kind of clutching it with Striker though. And once this comp gets on point, it's pretty strong. But they end up winning, or like finishing with a better time than the Glads do. But overall, I thought the Glads defense could have been a lot better. Especially first point. Why do Birdring and or why do Shaz and Big Goose split up so much when they know the enemy team is a Reaper that can flank you, right? Hi, I made it. Welcome. Welcome to the stream of the Shock against the Glad's VOD review. Shock actually got a good attack time here. But as we know, spoilers, this map ends in a draw. So we'll see how that happens. So Shock go for a really aggressive defense here, which I think you need to if the enemy team's playing spam, right? If they're playing the Orisa Sigma tank line, you're not going to win the long fight. You're really not. Because they have more shields than you in the long run, right? They have more shield regen than Ryan does. So if you can like sit around corners and go very aggro, especially because you do have the Reaper, I think that's good. I think that's very good. A Striker sits in the window over here. Good position. They don't know he's there. I like that. I love that actually. Very good. Oh, they know he's there. He gets poked out. Okay. Architect goes in with punch. OD kind of tanks it. Super runs after Jaru. Which is, I think Jaru's out of position in here, right? But maybe Super's not the one that should go for it. Guess it kind of works out though. He gets out.
This is going to hurt.
Jaru's flanking your back line and they don't know apparently. Oh, they do know. Architect is stunned. But Jaru doesn't do much of it. He just dies to the Brig. Brig fun character. Yeah. At this point, when you know Glads can't create a big opening with a flank from Jaru, that's very rough, right? Like it's either Birdring or Jaru that have to make like big plays. And I think what they end up doing is they send Birdring to force point, which is very smart, because then the team has to back up as a whole. Because who's gonna contest Birdring, right? It has to be like 2 people. Or the whole team. So yeah. Very smart.
30 seconds.
Birdring goes point. That will trigger the Shock to break out. Which they have to. Like, you can't 1v1 Birdring with anyone in your team. So you just have to back up as a whole. Super shield ends up dying because they're backing out, right? With a shield up. And now all Glads have to do is just take high ground and contest guard. At this point.
10 seconds.
Space is getting pressured. Odie's the only one that got to high ground, so I'm not sure why Jaru didn't like go up there. They get shattered by Super, but he's still mad out, so he's probably fine. And then Space comes in with another big ult. So Space is at, like, I already thought, like, in the World Cup, Space was the best Sigma there. He was very, very good. And again, his ults this game have been like, really clean. We actually had Super and Space working together in the World Cup. Kind of a World Cup rivalry going on here too. And Moth, I guess.
30 seconds remaining. New defense point.
Sinatra goes on the high ground, he goes and grabs. He just fucking grabs Big Goose. I love these Sinatra grabs, they're so good. He just like yeets them into the enemy team. It's like gets one guy and kills them. Oftentimes better get one guy and kill them, like getting 6, right? And then maybe not killing them because they have defensive ults, etc.
10 seconds.
Or like because you have to wait for it, you know? You don't want to look for perfect ults. You just want to look to use them quick and get value. And they're gonna hold here because now Glad's just like stagger in, right? Doesn't look too good if you have to like, you know, swap space to Rhine. Who apparently also kills Striker and now charges Moth. So space kind of bopping. Nice shield there from Sinatra, I guess. Yaru gets slept when going in. Nice sleep there from Violet. I feel like Shock is just winning these maps off of individual plays instead of like set strategies and plays, right? So like if the Shock just gets their strategies together again like they did last season,
Ready for battle.
you know, I can't see them like not being a good team just off this loss.
5, 4,
It's just that they
3,
performed
1.
very badly in this game.
Defend
But I think like next week they'll be fine again, right? Like I don't know if they play more this weekend, but next week they'll definitely be fine again. Maybe they just haven't gotten enough practice because of the whole COVID situation. Not sure. Anyway, let's continue with the VOD review instead of speculating. Okay, so this time Glads has got all the high ground, right? They're not leaving Big Goose and Shaz on their own anymore. I do feel, however, that they're very far back. But again, what's Super gonna do? Just walk on the point and get spammed? Look at how open this point is. So as long as Joe's playing around here and they're giving him a lot of stuff, like the orb and the armor packs, then they're good, right? Architect comes in for flank. He gets contested by Birdwing, which he should. OG and Space both drop. So now maybe Shock can go high ground. Oh, they go back. They walk in again. Joe's still on this hut, sitting over here spamming. Getting armored. Does he have Orb 2? Yeah, he has Orb 2. Yaru is like the time of his life right now. Nobody's contesting him. Sinatra has figured out his way to the high ground. He's Zarya 76ing it. But I mean, he has no energy. Super's running in. He's gotten bubbled, but I mean, he's not gonna solo these tanks, right? Jaro finally kills somebody. And it's Violet. It's probably the best person you can kill because now Super's not getting healed up. But what happens after this? Architect makes like a mega jump.
Damn.
Shaz has to drop because of that. And Birdwing gets killed by Moth. And the Striker kills OG just out of nowhere. Just because he had no Fortify. But I think in all this time, Jaro really could have gotten more picks up there. Like he was sitting above the enemy team for so long. Ends up Hanzo ulting. Jaro kills the Rhine too. Jazz ends up dying. Again, Big Goose and Shaz getting split up. Not a fan. They get ran down. Finally, Sinatra has high energy. Ooh. I don't know what I think about that stream. I think Glads could have played it a lot better. They could have held the high grounds more again.
New defense point. Objective.
And Birdwing getting stunned out there is like not great for them. Like if Birdwing lives there, I think they just win off the pressure he creates. But he gets stunned and dies, which obviously you want to live forever as Tracer, right? So especially when you can like contest the Doom really well as Tracer. Very strong. So swaps the Kree again. But now Shock have like 5 ults coming up. Or like 4 fast and like 1 slow, right? So this is their push to win. Again, Tranks out though, and
Bombs
Again.
away.
Big
Time out.
pull, but an even bigger shield from Sinatra. Really nice shield there. Moth still rallying, right, giving everybody armor. The striker dies again. Or no, striker didn't die earlier, my bad. Birdwing earlier, but now striker dies. Striker's on the flank.
Bombs away.
He's just pelting space, but his team's not there yet. I feel like what striker really wants to do here is like take the long flank, right? Go try and fight for the high ground. Obviously not a tracer player, but I don't know. Jaru comes in with a nice stun. Good job from him. That's fucked up for the shock now. Or maybe they. Oh, what? So Space tries to solo ult Architect. And takes high ground. But he misses Architect with the ult there. Violet nano boosts. The Nacha. Oh, jukes Moth. Nice juke from Birdwing there. But again, Brig is really good against Tracer. Very hard. Oh, and then Jaru headshots Violet. So Jaru carrying here. While the shock is using ults. That was a nice flank from Jaru. Holy crap. Watches this fight out because the shock has so many ults. Plays needed to be made. Like, especially when the enemy team has this big of an ult advantage on you. That's the time to look for plays, right? Because there's like only the Sigma ult and that got 0. And now they just have the transfer to grab, but I don't know. Oh, misses one shot, then hits one shot. Misses one shot, hits the second headshot though. That was a nice headshot. Violet jumped there though. I feel like Jaru got the headshot because Violet was jumping. Don't jump, kids. Guys ends up getting the trance on the grab like I was saying earlier, right? And that ends up cleaning up the fight because then there's no healing for the shock. Ended up using their grab, their nano, and their rally. Lost the fight. Now OG has the ult. Bongo, the best ult in the game. He gives a 50% damage boost to their whole team.
60 seconds.
So if OG can like use this while the fight's going on or while the fight's about to start, they can get a lot of damage boost from that. It's like better than a Valk that's AoE damage boosting everyone and has more range. Okay. Architect comes in with the bubble engage because he has the ult, so he can go really deep, right? I can get a jail free card. So he does a bunch of damage to everybody. Very good job. I think he could have went hard on Jaru there too. Not sure why he decides to not go on Jaru. Maybe because he hears the... Can you go down? What's the rollout here that he does? Did he just go from main? Oh yeah, nice. Gets the 61 damage on that. Gets the shot and then shift. Oh, and he loses Jaru. So that's very unfortunate. Doesn't see where he falls down. And then Striker dies. Very rough. Fortified, so.
Meteor strike.
They kind of whiff on the OG ult too. It just gets killed by Sinatra. Which might be why Striker died, to be honest. Or, yeah. Let's watch that. Maybe he like has to Oh, no, he just gets killed. He just walks in and gets killed. Maybe Shock should just regroup at this point. Yeah, they go for the fast regroup. 20 seconds left. Oh no, everybody's dying late. This is bad. Striker has to touch down the Tracer.
10 seconds.
It's time.
Oh, Striker can probably touch here. But Architect and Moth already dead, so this is over. This is Ogre. It's all Ogre now. Yeah. Cooper tries to shatter, but it just get blocked. Draw. Dude, draw Skya. Draw Skya Industry. One sec. Ganked by mom. Ganked by mom, gone. I had to tell her goodnight. It's already 4 a.m. here, but she's still awake for some reason. Real DJ hours. Okay, we're going on map 5. Which is only 8 minutes apparently. Very quick map 5. If you think about it, each round lasts like
4, 3.
at least 4 minutes, right? So like that map being done in 8 minutes is so quick. Close my door real quick. Otherwise she might hear the outside. Good night, mom. I did tell her good night. She's very sweet. Okay. Let's see here. So Shock again, they're putting in Sinatra. And they're kind of just mirroring what Glads do. But I feel like Glads has like practiced this comp a lot more than Shock has. So maybe if Shock had like a lot more practice on the comp, if they were playing Sinatra Doomfist or all of that jazz, you know, they'd be doing better. But you know, Mira's back in. He's on Doomfist. He will fuck your back line up. He's really good at Doom. He's outperformed Architect big time on the Doom. If he dies here, I'm about to eat my words, but oh, he gets slept. Nice sleep there from Violet. Violet actually like got a bunch of sleeps this game on Mir, which I mean just weren't punished. Like, see that shit? I mean, Violet because of that also didn't really heal a sleep, so maybe that's why Glad just won that high ground fight so hard. Let's like look away from Mir here for a second and see what happened otherwise. Dude, oh, he's 1 HP here. How did he not die here? So both teams come out. Mir just gets pushed away. He does not do good. And then the Glad's line comes in. Architect gets a really nice punch. And bubble. They bubble OG. And then OG gets spam healed. While Super's anti-heal. So Super can't get healing right now. And then he has to give up all the space. Sinatra has to drop. Yeah. And they just kind of get all the space up here. Glads do. Yikes. I just couldn't, like, that was a really nice anti-nade from Chaz. Chaz carrying the fight. Even though Violet gets a nice sleep, you know? It's all about that nade. Nade's such a good cooldown. And now it's really hard to retake for the Shock. Like, what's this Doom gonna do here? Like, they're gonna, like, try to get him on high ground, I guess, but it's hard to, like, retake with Doomfist here. So that's just trying to get energy. Mir is sitting up here. You know how much of a better position for Doom this is than sitting with your team here? All about that nade. Oh my god. All about that nade. Not that nade. No healing. That's a God tier song, Saffron. Oh, so Striker tries to TP up. He just gets punched away. So Mir's like, my high ground, yoink. See, Architect punches him, but he's 1 HP. Doesn't get the bubble because Shock just used bubble for energy. Look, they walk in. Sinatra has ally bubble. He has no energy. So he bubbles Super for the fight. And then Architect just goes in and there's no bubble. Like, this bubble coordination was so bad between Architect and Super. Like, if he wants to go for punches like that, then he needs to, like, have the bubble, you know? Otherwise, just don't go for it. Anyway, they get ran over now. It's rough. Mary even dies, but doesn't matter. Now Shaz has nano boost. Man, just give me nano boost. Well, Violet's only at 50% this map so far. He's been getting bullied. Mary gets nano boosted in. He gets slept here, I think. Yeah, so Violet fucking
Fight time.
sleeping mirror almost every fight. Striker dies while that's going on though. How does Striker die, bro? He has Wraith form. Goes on point. He TP's on top, I guess, and then drops down. And then he fights Bird Ring. He starts jumping, he gets stunned, okay. Boy, that's so greedy. Dude, the Shark World is trying to make plays, dude. Space grabs. At least they got the nano boost and the grab out of Glad's this fight. But they really have to like win next fight now. Mary gets slept again. He's narcolepsy.
Only hurt for a minute.
Does Mira die here? No, I guess Bubble. Nice Bubble. I feel like what Shock did was like use the bubbles a lot to like enable Sinatra. But what Glads did was use the bubble to enable Mirror, right? And that worked out very well. Here's punching in again. Odie got countercharged, so Odie has to get the bubble now. But Mirror gets the free man E, so he gets all the armor, right? And they're using Rally, so he's also got his own armor. Mirror ults for full HP, so that's good for him. Where's he gonna come down? He comes down on Striker, so that's good. Helping out his team. Nice sleep there from Shaz to like sleep super. And overall, even if Shock win this, you know, I don't think they do actually. I think they do win this. They're just getting bullied around. Super got kited the shit out of.
It's quiet time.
Marius slept again. Mir's gotten slept so many times this round. Every single fight Mir slept. And Violet's like, team please. He even kills Shaz. Violet's trying so hard. See, this is what I'm saying, right? Like a Shock individually, they're still great. But it's like as a team this match it didn't play their way. They come in. Probably win this fight because of the Violet plays. Violet basically solo won that fight for them. I saw Super do that bubble boop on base there. That was nice. The double boop with the hammer.
You look tired.
Swaps back to Ryan, comes back in. Now they're gonna hold the high ground. But I mean, they have 2 DPS ults. While Glads has nano boost and 2 tank ults. So Glads obviously have a better ult bank here. But they need to like make some big plays. Maybe Violet can farm his nano fast. But they go very aggressive. They get grabbed here. Nice stun here from Moth. That was great. Moth or Mary even gets nano boosted, but because of the stun, the Doom kind of gets denied. That grab is really good. Like maybe Shock needed to play that a little bit slower and play to farm nano because they're 94 right now. But again, who won first map? Glads did. Glads went up 2-0. Then Shock won Nambani. And then Volskaya was a draw. Def Philip. Yeah. This map, nice space ult there, but again, I feel like KOF is all about that first fight. I feel like whoever wins first fight is likely to win the map.
0, 2,
Just if they play it properly.
4, 3,
Because like
1.
you get the ult economy, so you win the next fight. And then you're already up like 60% on the defense. Okay, so let's see. Both teams. Oh, this is interesting. Shock is playing the Moira, and if I remember correctly, this Moira pick does not work out for them. Honestly, I don't mind Moira that much. I think Moira is actually a pretty good pick in this situation because Moira Orb actually cannot get eaten because there's no D.Va on the field, obviously. So Moira puts out a lot of healing per second. Like that Orb does 80 healing per second, and then Moira herself does 65 damage a second. Lag, are you okay? Is it me? Is it the stream? Anyway, so Moira healing does 100, like 40, 145 healing per second. Which Anna obviously does more burst healing through her nade. But the Moira does more healing per second, but Super comes in, he goes for the duel, right? Both Doomfists go down actually, as they go for a punch. Sinatra has the bubble super.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Ooh, and then a massive nade comes out here for Shaz. This is why you picked Deanna, right? Oh, you mean LA Glads, not lags. I'm stupid. And then, yeah, that's rough. Like, you see how much damage Shock took just from that nade? Every time the Shock died, this map was due to lag. Let's see how Violet actually uses shift here. Because, like, after you get naded, I feel like you shift just to get the nade off you. But he doesn't shift, and then he gets Fire Strike. And then he gets punched. So, I don't know. That doesn't seem like good Moira play to me. It shift does cleanse. Anything. But yeah. The nade from Shaz there was like game changing. Also, like, Super going to 1 HP that early made him soak up all the resources. Ooh, that was a nice punch from Architect. He's one. Oh, he didn't get the shift on him. Dude, he's so low.
The objective is now
Oh, the TP in here from Striker. Please get space. Oh, he's right in his face. Oh, he backs out. What does he back out? He could have killed. Ah!
The objective is now active.
Dude, maybe he was scared of Big Goose stun. But he could have killed him. Like, nobody tell him, but he's like right on him. Oh, that's such a shame. He could have just went and killed him. Space had no self bubble. He should have been dead, dude. All his inners should have been gone. He still has self bubble in 6 seconds. Yikes. That was a free kill. I get that he's trying to counter dive and help his team. You can kill the Zarya there, buddy. If you're TPing in, you gotta commit. Nice kill on there, but yeah, if he had killed Space there, would have been really good. Violet gets slept. Violet's not having a good time on the Moira right now. You're supposed to build Moira old-fashioned in the Ana ult. Especially when there's no Diva on the enemy team, but it's not being great for him right now.
This is going to hurt.
Big Goose almost has his ult. Well, Moth's still 50%, right? Because of all the AoE healing that's coming out. I think it was all down to that nade first fight. It's a really big nade. And now a Nano OG. He's swinging 6, dude. Those are some big swings right now. Architect and Mirror hit each other. But that's actually pretty good because OD's pushing, so Architect's kind of screwed here, right? OD keeps pushing. OD's fucking slapping kids. They kill everybody because of Nano OG. But imagine if they had gotten Moira ult first, right? Then Shock could have done the same thing with their Moira ult pushing in. Big Goose uses Rally, which I think is a mistake. Maybe he could have held on to that. They have armor now, but the Shock can just kind of wait that out. Look how the armor is like going off everyone. Yeah. I think that was a mistake. Rally there. That's okay. Space's Grav comes out, but the Moira ult's finally here. Oh, too fast. They get grabbed, the Moira ult comes out. There's not that much DPS on the Gladys side, but then they get a big ass shatter. They use every single ult in their arsenal. Except for, I guess, Reaper ult and Nano. Yeah. Good usage of counter ults there. And again, like the Rally just doesn't, it's not as good as a Trance, right? So Yeah, I think Super's Rhine, one, it wasn't enabled that much because they mostly played around the Zarya, right? But also, like, he got shattered a lot and didn't get a lot of shatters. I think that's also because Mirror and OG actually comboed uppercut with shadow a lot though. And Shock didn't do that at all. So I think it's a combination of Super kind of getting outplayed and Glad's also playing around their Rhine more and like knowing how to play the comp more, right? I feel like Shock didn't really know everything about this comp and haven't practiced it as much. But maybe they have, right? I don't know.
Unstoppable.
Okay, Rally comes out. Shatter comes out for Super. He gets Birdwing, so it's actually a pretty decent ult because Birdwing was not out there and he had ult. But that was a good ult for Super. Then Sinatra comes out with a grab, so they should be winning this fight. Oh, Birdwing still ults and he's still nanoed. But they're gonna win. Nice boot from Moth actually. Even though Moth dies. Please don't lose this fight. Please don't lose this fight. You're gonna win this fight. They've won this fight. Nice.
Get into position.
So now, Glad's come back in, right? They go for the early punch. But the problem here is Shock only have the Moira ult coming up. So they really have to play off that. So that's why they're playing like a little passive, right?
Pass this forward.
Super goes in, gets some energy for Sinatra. Who likes playing with high energy, right? And the Moira ult comes up. So now they have to make a play, I feel. All these Glad's ults are coming up. Mirror ult and Big Goose ult. Mirror goes in again. He gets kind of forced out. He dies. Wow. Wait. Mirror should not be dying here. Does he not have his E? Wait, he used his E and he still punched again. Oh, that's rough, dude. Now he can't E to the health pack, which obviously he wants to. Oh, he says heal me. Heal me, team noobs. Then Mirror dies, but Super also dies while that's going on. Because Sinatra used his ally bubble on Super to get energy earlier, right? So they didn't actually have it there. Which is like also what I was saying about, you know, Super maybe not getting helped as much as OD is.
Allow me to repair the damage.
So Striker kills Birdwing. Nice job, Striker. Architect has ult still. Oh, Sinatra's getting ran over by the Rally. The Rally's such a good ult. Ooh, Hammer Down comes out for OG and he kills free. Dude, that's an insane Hammer Down. They're all trying to help Sinatra. Not like this. Just for good measure. Just ult Architect so you can't ult away. You actually can't Doomfist ult while grabbed. Pretty rough. Yeah, this game is over. Wow. But the Glads have a very good showing, but I think the main story of this game was that the Shock had a very bad showing. And I think that was due to just them not being as prepared for this meta as I had expected them to be. Like, they've been very good in previous metas. And I feel like having to put Sinatra on the Zarya on like a role that he's not comfortable on, right? He's not a tank player. It's kind of like a band-aid for other problems they had. And I feel like next match they'll have theorized stuff out and they'll be good again, right? This kind of feels to me like that one time Paris Eternal just didn't know the meta. Like when everybody played dive right, and then Paris Eternal like kind of played a comp they couldn't play, and then the second day they came in and destroyed when they made swaps. But anyway, thank you very much for watching this VOD review, and I'll see you guys on YouTube in the next one.